Yeah, I'm just booting my 101% file for this, so we're just gonna see. Alright, I need a new pin. Alright, so, like, we're gonna see how possible this is, guys. Like, we're gonna experiment. We're gonna take the deaths we get along the way, and we're just gonna roll with it. Without bouncing on tires. We'll take bonuses if we have to, but I don't think it should be a problem anyway. So there's not really any tires in this first level, so it's not an issue. Yep, easy enough. Then we go on the ropey rampage. Yeah, Jig, I missed the rope in Blackout Basement. Yeah, I missed the rope. I jumped for the rope when it, let's see, can I do it, let's see if I can demonstrate right here. No one saw that. Yeah, so basically it was something like this. Like, I know, I saw it and then I jumped for it. Yeah, it was something like that. So now we're just testing out ideas for the, we're testing our theory for the tire challenge. Haven't seen any yet, so I think it's alright. Because, yeah, we will see what happens when we get there. And I know the next level does have tires, so we'll establish our basics when we get there. Alrighty, so no tires here. I know there are tires in this level, so we gotta see, like, how that works for us. We jump. Alright, first tire right here. But we could jump up there, that's not a problem. And, as we said, these jumps, these are okay. This kind of bouncing counts. The bounce that takes us up to up, that's not allowed. So, like, these normal bounces, this is okay. Just no high bounces, I guess, is what we're looking for. See, look, our first challenge right here, like... And like I said, I think what I'm allowing here is, I'm basically going to allow a rule where we can roll over the tire and then jump. So, like, let's see if this works. See, that didn't work because we hit the tire. Yep. Alright, that doesn't work out. But is it possible, though? Can we get up there without... Yeah, I think it is possible, though. Because we could roll over the tire and then we still jump up, so... Yeah, it definitely works, you know? Because you know if you use the tire or not. Alright, so I just got unlucky the first time. Alright, so this works out just fine. That's good. Stand on the edge here. We get over here. See, if we fell in that tire pit, then that's it. I would really love to get Diddy right here, but then I gotta take the tire, so we can't do that. wonder if Diddy can make those jumps. I think Diddy's got a higher jump than Donkey, right? Wow, I didn't hit the midway point. Wow. And yeah, I could totally allow taking bonuses if it helps get by a part that's deemed otherwise impossible. All right, so Diddy's got a higher jump, so that's what makes this easier for him. If you can't do it with Donkey, then it's probably harder. So it's probably otherwise impossible. So you would have to do it with Diddy. Because yeah, Diddy can make that jump no problem. I mean, like, see, even if I started over here, I can technically... Yeah, I can do that, so that's a choice, alright. Do a bunch of miniature bounces up there, and we're good. But would there be a way to get up there without... But if we really wanted to resort to not touching the towers at all, would that be possible? I think it would be. Yeah, sorta. But even then, it's like a tight frame anyway, so even if you did touch the tire, like, I don't think you could do it without touching a tire. I don't think you could. Right? Because I feel like there's gonna be times where you're forced to touch the tire anyway. Let me try that again. Let me try a bait. It's like I said, there could be a time where... Like, maybe we just pretend the tires are lava. I don't know. Let's try it that way. Yeah, see, we killed the thing, but let's... Yeah, see, I don't think we can, because... I mean, we followed this last guy back, and then up, he could bounce the other way. Alright. That's a little bit something. Alright, that kind of works. But see, I feel like it'd be tough to not touch the tire at all, because the hitbox on it is a little bit weird. So I would say as long as you're not high bouncing off the tire, it's okay. And there might be situations where it's just flat out impossible, so maybe it is just better to, just make the challenge... So maybe it is easier to just make the challenge not so... What am I with? It's easier to make the challenge to make it to where you don't have to high bounce off of it. Yeah, see? Yeah, like, right... Because that would be otherwise hard, but as long as we're not high jumping off the towers, I think that's the basis of the challenge. As long as you don't have to high jump off of it. But yeah, Reptile Rumble, totally doable. Doable on both accounts. And we're just gonna skip Coral Capers because there's no tires in that level. I don't even know if there are any tires in this one. I think it's just barrels. Barrel Canyon looks possible. Barrel Canyon is doable. There are like no tires in there, so that's easy. Very Naughty is easy because he's just a beaver. Wiki's Walkway. I think a lot of these early levels are going to be easy. Not too many tires in levels that I have to be worried about. Yep, Winky's Walkway is a breeze. Minecart Carnage is a minecart level. Bouncy Bonanza, this could be our first challenge. It's got bouncy in the name, so you know there's gonna be a lot of tires here. Nice. But we're just avoiding the high bounces. Let's see, look at that. Probably our first roadblock. Unless... Oh, nope, we're good. We can jump that gap. It's a little bit harder with the B there, I think. Alright, we can jump over that. No bouncing there. So not taking the high road. This is fine here, because we're not high bouncing. That does mean we can't get Winky, though, because he's up there. We do that. And now this is where I said it was going to get a little bit tricky now. We couldn't make this whole jump, but... I did say we could... That doesn't mean we can't do it just because we can't jump. We can... Oh, okay, that's not what I was going to do, but... It did work out that way, though. It does work, but that's not what I wanted to do. I just want to see if my original idea is... Can I still do it? I don't think I can, wow. Alright, my idea was to roll, but I don't think we can roll, so... We'd have to... Yeah, we'd have to get lucky with the bounce. Let me rewind, actually. I want to try something. I don't think we can get up here with the... Oh, no, we can get up here with Diddy. All right, cool. Never mind. All right, well, we do gotta... Well, that also means we have to... It also means we have to make that jump with Diddy. All right. And then we can get Winky. So now we can traverse these... Now we can traverse all these gaps without worrying about bouncing on the tires. Because Winky's already a high jumper, so that'll make getting through these a lot easier. We do that. Do that. We abandoned Winky, and then we finished the level. Alright, Bouncy Bonanza required a little bit of puzzling, but it's definitely possible to beat without bouncing on the tires. I should really be calling it high bouncing, shouldn't I? Because we are bouncing on the tires, technically. Bouncing. Alright. Stop and go station. Standard fare. Very good. We can roll jump to that. That works. Ah, I looked at Jiggly again. I want to watch Bouncy Bonanza, man. I can do it again. But yeah, Jig, like, Bouncy Bonanza, like, that was a little bit... But yeah, Jig, like, Bouncy Bonanza is actually a pretty tricky one. You actually had to be pretty smart about how you approach that. Because, yeah, Jig, I'll take you through my process again, what I did. It's like, I'll take you through exactly the way I did it. Yeah, it won't take long. Alright, so... Alright, so, like... So basically my basis of the challenge is you can't high bounce off the tires. You can bounce, like, this is okay right here. Like, doing this is okay. We can't get up top through normal means, so... Ah! No, don't do that. Dying is okay in this challenge, by the way. It's not about doing it deathless. Alright, we can get back up here, and then... We roll jump. We dodge those tires. And then we got another pit right... We got another thing right here where... If we fell, we'd have to die because we can't get back up. So we roll jump that. And here's something I just found out, Jig. Like, I tried going down thinking like, oh, we wouldn't be able to get up here anyway. But if I went down, we wouldn't have Winky, so that would make things a lot harder. But we can actually get up here without the tire. I didn't know that until just now. If you're Diddy, I think you just make that. I don't think Donkey can make that jump. I thought I showed you that. If you did, I haven't remembered it, but yeah. But yeah, now through the top path, we're able to get Winky, which is basically going to be the only way we get through this part. Because this next part is all bees and tires, so... This whole next part is bees and tires. Like, you could dodge that first one, but then the second one's right there. And I have been able to time it to where you can get, like, a small bounce and you kind of make it, but it's very hard to time the light bounce to where it gets you over. It's definitely easy with Winky. But if I had to do a Winky less, I don't know, I should probably try it out. But yeah, that's basically that. I'm gonna try it without Winky just to see if it is possible. It's trickier without Winky, but it is kind of possible. Sort of. Like, I'm not sure if it's all possible, but... Yeah. Because, yeah, we could dodge that. It's definitely a lot harder, because there's a way to, Because I actually got it before. There's a way to, like, time this jump to where the light bounce takes you from this tire to the edge. I did it before. But yeah, I mean, honestly, for the sake of the challenge, I think Winky would be the less painful way. Yeah, like, was it because I was holding jump? See, I did it there. Yeah, I don't know how I did it there, but it is possible. I definitely had it. I don't. But yeah, for the sake of the challenge, I think Winky is gonna be Winky is definitely the most recommended way to do it. I think it's gonna be closer to the edge or something. I did it once, now I can't do it again. See, I thought I had a thing where I thought I could, like, roll jump off those tires, but I guess not. Not when they're like this. Alright, whatever. You get my point. I wonder if I do it with Donkey instead. Do I get, like, maybe a bigger jump with him? Yeah, no. It would definitely be harder without Winky, but Winky is definitely the recommended way. To which I've said, you know, you're over here, and then you can totally make that jump with Diddy. Just gotta wait till it's, like, at the peak of its height. Or something. Yeah, because you could totally get up there without the tire. Diddy makes it. You roll jump over that tire pit. And then we just get Winky. Definitely makes this level a lot... You still gotta, like, see it... Assuming you're running this on a new file, I don't know what you'd have to do. Because what if you were in a situation where you couldn't kill yourself? I guess at that point you would just have to, like, get out of the pit and then kill yourself because you didn't do it. Or whatever. Because I'm considering deaths being allowed for this. I'm not saying do it deathless. So I don't know. I don't think there's a point to that. Because the whole point of the challenge is to just... Because the whole point of the challenge is do it without using the tires. Alright, let's go back to stop and go. And I'm just going as... I'm doing this on my 100% complete file, because we know the fish... We know the water levels aren't needed. Alright, and then we have this level here. Alright, see, that's not allowed because we bounce off the tire. But Jiggly, what I am considering allowed for the challenge is we roll over the tire to, Yeah, we can roll over the tire and get the jump after that. But yeah, for the sake of this, though, we just roll jump for that light and we're good. I mean, the whole point of this is just to see if it's possible with each level. Just gotta see if there's a point where it becomes impossible. But right now it seems possible, definitely. Up to Stop and Go Station. Haven't come across a part where it was mandatory to bounce off a tire. So that's good news. Hit that light there. Tire there. Bounce off that claptrap to hit that light. We hit that light. Then we gotta do this thing. Alright, well we can't hit those lights, but that's okay because we'll just game our way through this. That's fine, take the hit. Alright, so we can't hit it. It doesn't seem like we can hit any of those lights up there. But as long as you can navigate through these rock crocs at the end, it's not hard. It's probably preferred if you have two Kongs, but... Yeah, so I can't really get that one, but it's alright. I mean, I guess you could always jump back for that if you were desperate, but yeah, it works. Alright, it's possible. Alright, on to Millstone Mayhem. Up, see, look at that right there. That's a problem. Our first issue. Up, see, no, not really. This guy comes down. We get up here. And then we get Diddy back. Alright, I'm just glad I was able to spawn that guy. Man, this is awesome, Jig. Like, I'm just saying, like, I gotta see if all the levels are possible, but, like, it's so much fun thinking about different ways to, like, approach levels. Like, just by taking away, like, one element, you're forced to approach it, like, a whole new way. So, like, it's really, awesome. So it's like, yeah, that was a mandatory tire at the beginning, but because we forced the Crusher to spawn, we were able to let him come to us. We took the force damage, and then we took the force damage, and then we just used that height to get up there. I don't think the rest of this is a problem. If I have to, I can come back here. We can take the damage from that wheel, and we can get Winky up top. If it becomes a problem, but I really don't think they're... I don't think the rest of this level is a problem. Hit the vulture. I kill these guys with a roll instead of jumping because their hitbox is weird for some reason if you try to jump on them. But rolling is just fine. Ong. And yeah, the rest of this level is cake, I think. Yeah, so we don't even need Winky. Alright. Unfortunately, I think we are forced to take damage here, so for your sake, I hope you have 2 Kongs, because, yeah. Alright, I'm going to experiment with this a bit to see if it is possible to do without taking damage, but you are meant to bounce on that tire to avoid taking damage, but for the sake of the argument here, we're probably going to need 2 Kongs. We're probably going to have to take the hit, because I don't think... Yep, Diddy can't jump over that. Alright, force damage, but that's okay, we're at the end. So yeah, so for the sake of keeping the challenge alive, you need 2 Kongs for that part. So do whatever you feel like you gotta do to keep 2 Kongs up to that last part. Go the Winky route if you feel like you have to, but as long as you're not bouncing off tires, then you're good. Ah, here we go. Alright, Jake, let's see if we can pull this off. 1. 2. Alright, so we obviously can't hit him when he's high up. We can only hit him when he's low, but that's okay. Alright, he's going a little bit high, that's annoying, but... 4. Alright, we still got it. We got hit at the end, but we still got it. Master Neki will be fun later. I can't wait, Jiggly. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be really fun. I can't wait. Best part is I don't need to fight K-Roll because he doesn't have tires in his fight. Master Neki Sr. is basically the last boss. What's the challenge? The challenge is to see if this game's possible to beat without bouncing on tires. Or high bouncing, at least. I'll show you what I mean when we get to a tire cami. But, like, I'm basically running through every level to see if it's possible to do without high bouncing on a tire. Like, I'll use this tire as an example. It won't count, but, like... Alright, so basically, these little bounces are what count. So, these little bounces count. That doesn't. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do anything like this. Like, it's just the nature of the challenge. I just thought, like, that sounds like it could be interesting. I haven't seen a video on that. So we're just kind of running through levels to see if it's possible to beat the game without without bouncing off the tires. Well, you didn't have to show me. I knew what you meant. Sometimes I gotta spell it out, Cammy. It's alright. I had to explain. Didn't want to make the run invalid. Well, the run's not really invalid. Like, it's not deathless. It's not a deathless run. We're just doing it to see if it's possible. And deaths are allowed, by the way. You can die as many times as you need to make sure the run stays alive. If there's a predicament, if there's a point where you have to bounce... If there is a point at any time where you have to bounce off the tire... Then yeah, Then yeah, you just gotta kill yourself and start over. But yeah, I'm not considering it a deathless run. Definitely not. And yeah, I don't think there are any more tires here, so I think this is okay. It's pretty basic for the rest of the level. Yep. Alright, easy level. Alright, Treetop Town. To my knowledge, there are no tires in this level, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I rolled. No one saw that? It's alright. We're just testing for tires. There's no tire bouncing in that level, so we're good. Forest Frenzy. I'm not even concerned with dying at this point. We're just experimenting for future challenge. So far, it's pretty standard affair. Like, I'm not noticing any trouble levels yet. But there's still a whole lot more game to play. And I know at some point we're going to have, like, the later levels which have tires, so that's going to be really good. Chat's mom bounced on Chat's dad's tire last night. Got him? Oh my god, Cammy, alright. His spare tire. Yeah. Alright, so this looks like standard affair too. There's no, doesn't seem like there's any tires in this level. I never risk it for the 1-up, but I always wonder how that's even possible. First gotta be quick, I guess. Alright, Forest Frenzy is easy. Ah, Temple Tempest. Here we go. This is gonna be a fun one. I think this is gonna be a fun level for this. So I think this is where we got the inspiration for the challenge. Midway point. Good. Make those jumps. No tires yet. But you see that? There's a bonus thing down here, so... Ah! Alright, well, that takes me back to Millstone Mayhem, actually. Alright. Still possible, kinda. Man, that same thing happened to Bunny, too. Alright. So this will be a little bit tricky, but I think if that tire hits us in just the right angle, we could probably still do this. Yeah, it's possible. All right, we're still in it. All right, so that's probably the hardest part of the challenge right now, because you gotta get hit at a very specific place to get the high jump over. Ah, damn it. And there goes my theory for the rest of it, because you also gotta get hit right there, unless there's a second bonus barrel. I don't know, this might be where our challenge ends, because I don't think there's a way over that.
Jiggly Kong playing Chicken Nugget constantly. Cammy dancing drunk to Chicken Nugget while drinking some wine, and Jiggly Kong plays Chicken Nugget A.
That was backwards. Cammy dancing. Well, prophecy.
Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa, it's a chicken nugget fantasy. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa, if you're into nuggets, it's where you wanna be. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa, infinite flavors of infinite sauce. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa, you can get a million piece box. A chicken nugget has magical power. Put it into your pocket and eat it whenever you want. So delicious and conveniently shaped, full of nutrition, a rainbow in nugget form. Chicken nugget technology shows us the future of dining.
This might be where our challenge ends, guys.
No sharp edges and no utensils are Don't stop loving on the nuggets, so good that you wanna hug it. Don't stop loving on the nuggets,
Oh, wait a minute,
and
guys.
living the dream. Don't stop loving on the
Oh, we found a loophole, guys. We found a loophole.
that you wanna hug it. Don't stop loving on the nuggets, and living the dream. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa.
Found a loophole, guys. We're still in it.
Can get a million piece box.
All right, guys. We've had a little bit of loophole, actually. All right, so let's take it back to let me take it back to the chase, if we can. Yep. All right, so we're right here. How's the? I don't know. That music must have been louder than me, by the way. I'm sorry about that. So I don't know. Let me know if that got to be lowered. I was trying not to talk over it, but you know. So yeah, we could do that. We take the death, because now we're spawned back here without the wheel chasing us. And I don't know if you guys saw me past the dancing nuggets, but I actually found I think I found a loophole. So yeah, so like, I'm basically saying that, yeah, so like, okay, I've established that this is high bouncing, but when I roll and jump off the tire, Diddy's animation is still in his jump, so he's basically normal jumping off extra height, I guess. So it's like, it's a normal jump, it's not the bounce. It's not his high bounce animation, because this animation he's in, that's high bouncing. His body is stationary, he doesn't move. But when he does that, like his arms were in the air, he kind of had motion in his body a little bit. All right, I'm counting that. That's a loophole. That's the loophole for this level. That's how we do it. I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count that. Yep. And that's unfortunate, and that's kind of good, because I kind of need to take the hit right here anyway. Because, unless, No. Yeah, I can't get over that without getting hit. Well, it's probably for naught anyway, so... Unless... I don't know, maybe it depends who we get hit with, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, let's roll with Donkey a little bit. Yeah, it's probably gonna be, like, precise timing to make that happen. Yeah. Is it Espresso bonus in this low? Is he? Like, where is he though? Like, 'cause that could be the workaround. That could be the workaround, Jig. I don't know where the bonus is though. And would I need a tire to get to it is the question. Well, that's the N. Yeah. Yeah, let's find out for good. Alright, so I don't need to bounce off that tire to make it across. We could just jump over that normally. I was about to say it's probably up there. Maybe it's after that platform. Nope, not up here. God, how great would that have been if it was? According to Wiki, it's the first bonus in the level. And where's the first bonus? Because maybe I'll have to play this normally and try it again. After that, I'm sure it would be possible. Because, yeah, I don't think it's possible without Espresso. Because, like, I tried doing this thing. Yeah, I don't think... Even with Diddy doing it, I don't think he can... Unless, no. Yeah, like, even Diddy, like... Diddy doesn't have the speed to cover... Diddy does not have the speed to cover it. You saved the DK barrel? Wait, what? You saved the DK barrel at the beginning. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if this is possible, because I feel like if we can... I feel like we could cover that distance... Or, no, you know what? Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's... Let me try this. I can't make that, really? Oh, no, we could. We could. Alright, never mind. Alright, so... Alright, so Donkey takes our force damage. And we can make a roll jump there with Diddy. And then we're good. Alright. Same thing. Wow, can I not make that either then? Wow. No, we can still make it. And then we fall in the pit, and then we can't. Alright. Alright, well, I think we're gonna need Espresso to make this as easy as we can get it, because this is definitely... You definitely gotta do, like, a lot of tricky tricks to, make this work. There's a lot of precision required in this to make it work. Well, we don't need a tire down there, that's good. We jump over this guy, we run underneath with Diddy, and we're done. Credit on you for even making it happen. You got to think outside the box, Jig. Alright, let's go with the Espresso. Let's try the Espresso strat. Let's see how it works. Because I feel like if we get Espresso, then we're good. That's just a Ramby token, alright. So where's the first bonus, then? You said DK barrel. Alright. There we go. And there's Espresso. Alright, let's see if we can save Espresso through this whole level. And even with Espresso, I still have to find a way to avoid bouncing off tires. I think it's definitely easier with espresso. Yeah, because you could even do that. Alright. I think it definitely gets harder if you lose espresso, but... And yeah, even if you lose espresso at the very end here, it's still the GG. Alright, easier with espresso. Alright, so it's easier with espresso, but if you lose espresso, it becomes like 10 times harder, so... Alright, so... Let me try that again, without... So yeah, Temple Tempest is definitely the first challenge of the challenge. I feel like maybe it was Bouncy Bonanza at first, but Temple Tempest is definitely the first real challenge with it. You save yourself a bunch of headache doing it with espresso, but you also gotta be prepared to tackle it without espresso, just in case, you know, things happen. Yeah, I think you definitely gotta get hit with Donkey here because Diddy's the only one that's got the height to cover it. Unless... Yeah, something like that too. But I also said his but I also did say about the whole roll thing, so let's see, you got Diddy. Nah, see. Yeah, see, nah. So like honestly, if you don't have espresso, yeah. Things chasing you, take the bonus here, and then take the bonus down here, and then you're back at the tire. You get a normal jump, but you still make it over. We make Donkey take the bait here. I mean, it's probably possible to do it with him, and we're gonna test that out. But yeah, you definitely got to do that. Yeah, let's try taking a hit with Diddy, see if it's possible. I don't think it is because I think Donkey's too slow. And tire jumps are not working out. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma, Cammy. That's it. Yeah, so honestly... Alright, so it's honestly a lot easier with espresso. I think we could all agree on that. Doing this with Donkey for some reason is a lot harder than it seems to be with Diddy. You were bored during your time off, weren't you? I thought of this just during the stream. I did not think of this during my vacation. I did not think of this during my vacation. This literally just came to me. Uh-huh. Sure. Shut up, Cammy! Shut up! I'm kidding. I'm kidding! In my Junie voice. Shut up, Cammy! I'll back up my pasta sub eating. Peep. Oh, wow. Works out all the same, but yeah, like... Alright, so we've established we need both Kongs for this part, so... Take the bonus. Take the bonus, so we're down here. Yeah, see, Donkey cannot make the jump. Donkey can't make the jump without bouncing off the tire. Only Diddy can, so... It's alright. I'm pretty convinced Donkey just needs to take the hit here. You know, you also gotta, like, really think about it. Alright, so it's like... So dodge the first one, so you get that bounce, but it's really hard to make. It's possible, but it's hard. Better roll. Will get us to that part. And yeah, that's basically the last hurdle of the challenge. Just down right here. Alright, so bottom line with this level, it's 10 times easier with Espresso. Just don't lose them. But it is possible to do without. Just a lot harder. Jiggle cook pasta for us, SMG. We just need to visit. Sounds awesome. Free meal? I'll book my next flight right now. I'm kidding. Alright, let's do this. I think this is an easy level too. I don't think there are any tires in this one. How fitting that we go from from one of the hardest levels so far to one of the easiest. Who redeemed that Chicken Nugget Dreamland, by the way? Was that Vince again? Oh, that was Jiggly Kong. Wow, thank you for that, Jig. I just love that I gave you guys, like, channel points to redeem Chicken Nugget Dreamland, and you're just using the bits. Vince told me to do it. I couldn't say no. Ah! Alright, I keep looking at chat. Why am I looking at chat? Y'all are distracting me. Y'all are too enticing. Y'all make me want to look at you. Why do you want to make me look at you, chat? What did I do? Back to PowerPoint. Sounds good, Jig. We'll be here dabbling in this challenge that I somehow came up with. Or I guess that we came up with. You kind of helped. How did I get hit there exactly? What was that hitbox? Like, I actually jumped over him, but I still got hit. Like, his back throw got me. I didn't even know that was possible. I mean, well, bottom line is this level's easy without the tires, alright. Alright, not Coral Capers, Clam City. That doesn't have any tires. Bumblebee Rumble doesn't have any tires, so let's go to Snow Barrel Blast. It's like Cannon's Arm in DKC2. Wow. Alright, let's head on over to Gorilla Glacier. As far as I can tell, there are no tires in this level. It's mainly just barrels. And then for the challenge, I'm totally fine with allowing the barrel shortcut here. Not that like the main route has any tires anyway, but yeah, not that the main route has any tires anyway, but taking that shortcut at the end, it would probably help you bypass it all anyway. This just in, Ice Age Alley's beta name reveals no tire jump. Yeah, there are a lot of tires in that one, aren't there? So that'll be interesting. But hey, we'll have Espresso, so I don't think it's gonna be too big of a problem. If you could play, yeah, we gotta see how that goes. I don't think there are tire problems in Ice Age Alley, but we'll see when we get there. There are no tires on that main route either, so let's just save ourselves a lot of time and take the shortcut. You already found an impossible one if you lose Espresso. I guess we'll find out when we get there. I mean, technically Temple Tempest is already impossible without Espresso. I mean, I guess we'll see if Ice Age Alley is actually doable, but yeah. Because I feel like maybe through getting hit, maybe through some crazy hitboxes, maybe there's something to it, but we'll see. Guess we'll see when we get there. Avoided shortcut, remembered it wasn't deathless, took shortcut. Yeah, because there's no difference anyway, Jig. Like, it's not a deathless playthrough, it's not a... There's no tires on the main line anyway, so... There's no tires on the main line, there's no tires on the shortcuts, so taking the shortcut doesn't really null and void anything. For this challenge, at least. So it's just a time save at this point. How was your week, SMG and Cammy? Week was good, Vince. Thanks for asking. Work week was a little bit slow, but... You know what? Honestly, the way my summers are structured, I'm thankful. I'm eternally thankful. For my 4.5-day weeks. Nothing over there. Oh yeah, and this is basically it anyway. So yep, GG. No tires here, nice and easy. Ice Age Alley. Alright, well I want to test this out first. Want to see how far we can get without espresso. Because, yeah, we are allowed bonuses, too, if they help bypass, like, difficult sections. But I'm not familiar with bonuses in this game. I am not all that familiar with bonuses in this game, so... It's going to be tricky for when we get to a tire. Yeah, I'm not all that familiar with... Well, we hit the midway point, so that's good. Oh, there you go. Alright, so maybe that's what makes it impossible then. Unless there's like a sensitive hit. Yeah, I don't think there is. That takes up the whole thing, so I can't stand on the side of it. Alright, so we can't stay on the edge. Alright, so that makes that harder. Oh, we made it! Tight timing, but we made it. Ride the barrel. Alright, that's my fault for not jumping off. Alright. Alright, so Jig, it wasn't really impossible. That was just one part of the level that made that kind of hard. That was just kind of one part of the level. Like, it was possible, though, to make it without, but... Alright, so that wasn't too bad, actually. I'm not too familiar with bonuses in that level, so if there was a way to, So if there was a way to get past that shortcut or whatever... I'm not saying it's a shortcut, but it's, Like, is there a bonus room that would get me past that tire part? I'm just not familiar with bonuses in this level. I'm not familiar with bonuses in this game. For the most part, this level is not too bad with this level's not too bad when it comes to avoiding tires. Yeah, it's just right here, but is there a bonus before this tire that I could probably use? Yeah, no, yeah, alright, we can it's still possible without, and that's basically the only hurdle. And Jiggly said this was gonna be impossible. Alright, whatever. I mean, I understand, like, the distance coverage between that tire and the rope is not exactly friendly, but it is possible. But yeah, definitely possible. I'm just going in here for the for my Diddy, and then we're gonna move on to for my Diddy Kong, and then we're gonna move on to the next level. That'll have tires. All right, on to Torchlight Trouble. I don't even know if there are any tires in this level. Just a lot of buff enemies. Jump over them, it's alright. And that's literally GG. Yeah, no tires in this level. Rope Bridge Rumble. Alright, this one was interesting. Because there are a lot of tires in this one. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, see, like, this might be it right here. I don't even know if we could get up here with a... Yeah, like, even Diddy can't make that jump unless... Unless I can somehow go underneath all of that and make it there, but... Huh? Bonus right here, actually. Ah, let's go. I think that helped at least, yeah. Because, yeah, that got up here, so that bonus completely bypasses that tire, so we're up here now. I've done all shopping for this year. Nice. Alright, well that's another problem actually. Oh, nope, never mind, alright. We bounce off that Kremling, we're good. Alright. Alright, we can make that. That's good. With that tire. I get to watch some unwanted merchandise and things I don't need. Yeah, there you go, Vince. Done all shopping for this year. It's also hard to save when bills eat up your earnings. Yep. Good old bills. Alright, well, this is what I was concerned about, too. Like, these tires on things. If we can land on the platform with the tire, can we push it off? Oh, yeah, cool. We don't even... Alright, so we can actually land in the tire. Alright, so that's cool. That's interesting. We can actually land in there. The tires are intangible, so we can't land on them, but that's alright. Alright, so there is a way to, I think there would be a way to get in here with the tire. It's just kind of hard because of the momentum shift. I was on it for a second. So it's definitely possible. Oh, see, like that, yeah. It's just very tricky. We can do that. That's our last bunch of enemies. We either get hit or we can go inside this platform, go underneath, and we're in. So it's all theoretically possible. It's just very tricky in going about it. There are probably a bunch of other bonuses I missed as well. Alright, so there is no way to get up there. We can only bounce off that tire to get up there, but it's alright because we got a bonus down here. Don't need to complete it. But it literally takes us up here, which is where we needed to go, so... So yeah, we're still good. And we need that Kremling alive. I don't even know if it's possible to get up there with Donkey, though. Tip of the jump, maybe? Yeah, we actually need Diddy to get up there. If we have Donkey, it's not possible. But it's alright because, you know, it's not about doing a deathless. And then you would retry it anyway, and then just take it from the top. It's so easy to kill that Kremling on impulse, though. So yeah, we need Diddy. We can do that, and then we're up here. Like I said, easy to skip over those without bouncing. So the end is up there. So we can mini bounce on these, even though we can perfectly land in the platform. So it's very tricky. If you don't do that, if you don't land in here, then you get hit. Unless you were to just do that, I guess. It's still tricky, though, because you have to... As far as I know, there are no animal buddies in this level either, so that would be definitely tricky. Definitely easy enough to do that with bouncing. But then here we have to either take the hit, or we have to land on the platform. Yeah, like that. Let's see, this is probably the trickiest part right here, because we have to get on this platform, but it keeps moving. And the hitbox for it is very sensitive. It's very hard to find the sweet spot for it. Yeah, see, like, look at that. That's very specific. We get up there, and then... Honestly, I would gladly take the hit there anyway, just to do that. Really naughty rampage. Alright, really naughty rampage does not have a start and select option. It doesn't have a tire, so we're good there. We won't have to worry about that. Alright, let's go to Creme Croc. Okay, this is an interesting thing. Damn it! Alright, TNT barrel. We take that all the way over here. We make this jump easier. Another TNT barrel. Jump over that TNT. Do that. And a DK barrel. That's a tire. We don't want that. Get the O. Alright, so Rambi is superfluous because there's a tire down here. We don't want to get Rambi. So Rambi is pointless. We don't want that. Yeah, honestly, in the end, I don't think this is a challenge I'd want to present to our community because this is kind of like superfluous. There's like so many loopholes considering it. I don't know, it's not as easy to explain, I don't think. It's a nice idea, though. I'm glad I thought of it. Take that jump. See, I know this next part's gonna get tricky too now because we're gonna have a tire to deal with. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure, honestly, we could still... Yep, that works. Alright, not bad, not bad. We still do it. We still got it. But to go back to my earlier point, like, this was what I was worried about because of the floating tires. I thought they were going to be a problem, but it honestly wasn't, because... I'll take you guys through that again. We jump here, roll, jump up to that guy, and then... Maybe we can even jump to that tire. I don't know. Maybe we can even jump to, Alright, I gotta try that again. Alright, no, we can't roll jump to that one. Alright. I don't know. Is it possible with Donkey, though? I don't think it is. I think Diddy just has... I think Diddy's got a bigger advantage because of his size. Yeah, I think it's more possible with Diddy. There's definitely things that... Yeah, I don't know. I think Diddy just has an easier time with that. Yeah, Diddy just has more horizontal coverage, so yeah. Definitely easier with Diddy. Alright, so it's still possible. We're still doing it, guys. We haven't come across a roadblock yet. But yeah, thank you guys again for hanging out tonight. Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope everybody gets a chance to unwind this weekend. Whether you're watching a movie, doing some reading, or binge watching shows, whatever it is you're doing, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you get to relax and take part in some leisurely activities. Leisurely activities in this economy? Alright, so that's that. I'm not seeing any tires yet in this level, so that's good news. Not seeing any tires here. I think this is just a. It's literally just a track. Honestly, when this is all over, I gotta look into like if it's possible to do it without a tire. I gotta see if somebody did a challenge. Did this without bouncing on a tire. I'm curious now. Yo, Panda Bear Lily's playing freaking Hollow Knight for the first time. That's awesome. I love Hollow Knight. Oh my god. Is it against it's TOS to promote other streamers. I don't care, man. Like, I don't know. I love seeing my friends play games I love. I didn't bounce on any tires, right? Yeah. Nope, we're good. No tires. Alright, not seeing any tires. That's a good sign. I didn't see any tires yet. That's a good sign. I just wanted there were some in this level, though. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I just realized there are, like, no tires in this level, but there's just there's only one that matters, and it's at the very end. There's like no tires in this level, but there's one at the very end, and that's why we don't jump in Deathless. That's why we don't jump for it. But even then, I think this part should be because we can just do that. All right, yeah, this level's easy. Poison Pond is water. Minecart is... I'm doing that in Deathless. There you go, Jig. I helped you out. You're welcome. When you beat all 3 games, just remember who showed you that. Alright, so now we gotta deal with Minecart Madness. And this one does have tires. I wish I could skip it because it's all... That's the only way to skip Minecart Carnage, because there are no tires in that. There are tires in this one, though. We gotta jump out of things, so yep, there are definitely tires. So theoretically speaking, guys, this game is still possible without high bouncing on tires. Just some levels are definitely trickier than others. Cause see, I think coming up right now, we're gonna start dealing with tires. So we gotta come up with approaches. All right, we get to the cart there. All right. All right, we could force that, but I still think. Could be tricky. Okay, Oshawatts are being hugged right now. Go SNG, go! Alright, so this is gonna be tricky. We gotta think this out. Alright, we do that. Alright, we can still make it. It's easier with Diddy because he's got more horizontal coverage when he bounces. Donkey doesn't have as much, so it's harder. God, it's gonna suck when we get to these guys now. Still works. And then the bee gets in the way, so that's a problem. No matter how you look at that, too, that bee is, like, right there, unless... Yeah, that bee is, like, right there. I don't know if there's a way to get through him. You probably need both Kongs for that. That's a funny shot. That's a funny screenshot. I like that. Can I stand on the side? Kinda. I can, but I still have to... Alright, so kind of possible. Okay, Oshawatt's being hugged right now. Go SMG go. All three of us are watching the stream. Aw, I want a picture of that. I'm kidding. Alright. Do I gotta go PG for you and the Oshawatts? Do I have to go PG? Alright, so that's actually interesting. That's very tricky, but it's doable. Alright, do we get a barrel here is the question. Because if we don't do that first try, this could be tricky. We can stand on the side, though. That's good news. We can avoid the bees, if need be. Need be. So it is possible to stay on the side here. That's good news. That helps out. We can do that. Alright, so it's a little tight timing, but... I feel like I made it... Yeah, unless you have both Kongs here, this is... Alright, so unless you had both Kongs for this part, this is probably tricky maneuvering. Alright, it kind of works. You gotta be really quick, though. That bee's annoying. Alright, so that alert's still not playing, alright. It doesn't like my rig, guys. I don't know why it doesn't like rigged. Oh, that's cute. Alright. Hey, EK joined the Discord, guys. That's awesome. I don't even know if I should have said that out loud. Oh, well. Oh, wow. EK actually made a YouTube highlight of that. So cool. I could actually... So I can get rid of the Twitch highlight then and just put that there. Thank you, EK, for that. Appreciate it. Alright, let me try this again. And yeah, Cammy, I saw that on Discord. That's awesome. That's so cute. Alright, so Minecart Madness is tricky, but it's doable without bouncing on tires. We're just gonna try it again. Yeah, we're gonna try it again, but I think it is possible. Jump. So we don't get a DK barrel after this part. We don't get a DK barrel. But that's okay. Because it is possible to do without. So like if you don't really believe in your faith to leap from the tire to the barrel, you can still kind of just hug the ledge and do that. Very fragile there. That's very close to the edge. Why did I say fragile? I don't know, because I wanted to. Unless, actually, Okay, never mind. Alright, that's a lot easier. Alright, that's awesome. That's a loophole, guys. We don't need to do that. Because you watched the Christmas Story? Wait, what? How did that come up. Fragile? I got it from watching Rugrats. I didn't even know they said that in, I got it from Rugrats, because it was the episode where Susie moved in, and then, like, one of the movers that were moving her family in, like, dropped a box that said fragile on it, and he's like, "Hey, Ed, what's fragile mean?" I don't know, I got it from him. I got it from that guy. It's stuck with me ever since. Wow, tire in the dark, alright. Alright, well, we can just roll jump over that. That's good. The dad wins a leg lamp, and the dad rates it as fragile. It must be Italian. Awesome. Nice. Ah, alright. I think this is where the run dies, guys. Unless there's a bonus around here. Yeah, there are no bonuses there. That might be this might be where the run ends, guys. I don't know. Cause I don't know. Unless there's like a bonus barrel before this section. Jiggly Kong! Calling all Jigglies! You don't know? Like, I feel like even if there was at this point, I feel like... I don't know, Jake. We were doing pretty good with the challenge, but I don't know. This might be where it ends, because... I don't know, because now we got this part. I can't get up there without... Unless I could somehow... Yeah, no, I can't even get on the side. I gotta bounce on the tires, unless there's a bonus that gets past this part. And there's no animal buddies in this level too, right? There's no espresso. What if you do your super roll from before? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, no, it doesn't reach. Super roll these nuts. Ah, got him. I mean, if it could... If Diddy's roll was able to cover the gap from... Like, if Diddy's roll was able to skip that gap and land on the tire, then maybe, but... I don't think it's possible. Unless... Like, I kind of need, like, a bonus barrel to be, like, right here or something. Or maybe in here. But even then, I don't think it's going to be, like, big enough to skip the whole thing. Maybe respawn the Kremlings? Were there Kremlings? I don't... Alright. Let me try it. Let me try it. I mean... Alright, well, I avoided them. I could spawn them coming in this direction, but I don't think it's gonna... I don't know if it'll help much. Yeah, no, and then they're still walking left anyway. Alright. I thought it'd be cool if they could, like, come this way, but... Yeah, they're kind of walking left anyway, so, like, it didn't even matter that I kept them alive, because they still walk left. I don't know, guys. This might be a roadblock. Like, I kind of wanted to see if it was possible, but I think we hit the roadblock here. I think this is where it ends. Like, I don't know. Like, check out, I don't know. Let's see if there are any Blackout Basement bonuses that might help us out. Let's see if there are any bonuses that could help us. Gets the K. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, he just kind of skips over it. There's nothing beforehand. So yeah, I think that's where it ends, guys. That just might be where the, might just be where it ends. Yeah, I think that's GG, guys. I don't think we can do the challenge anymore. At this point, it would be like the minimum amount of tire bounces. Like, it'd be a minimalist run. Because, yeah, like, these Kremlings don't help us out, and there's no way I could take damage. There's nothing here that could hit me. I'm just trying to see if my roll can cover the gap, but I really don't think it can. Yeah, no, it can't. All right. Yeah, no, I really think, if I could make that gap, it'd probably be a little bit different, but I don't think, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I think we're done here. If I could, like, if I was able to, like, land on the side here and then, like, underneath the tire, then maybe, but no, like, this is one of those situations where it's just the tire. There's no way to, finagle it. Yeah, nope, go right through it, yep, so we're dead. There's no way to roll on the tire either, so I can't. Yeah, so we're done here, yeah. Rip the run. It's not possible. Alright, let's just call it a minimalist run. One bounce. Alright, we can still make that. We can skip that. Alright, somebody keep track. That's one bounce. You know what? I'll mark it down for, I'll mark it. Alright, so one big tire bounce. It's just one bounce right now. I mean, it could totally still... We can totally still make something work. Who knows, maybe that one big bounce is all it is. Which would suck, but... Yep, and then that's that, and then we're home free. Dumb Drum doesn't have a, And then Dumb Drum doesn't have a thing. Alright, Chimp Caverns. Let's check these out. Good effort? Lol. It was a good effort. Honestly, I didn't think we were gonna get that far. I expected us to lose that run sooner, but we made it all the way to Blackout Basement, though. I'm pleased with that. Let's see how far we can get into our next big bounce. I feel like the next one's probably gonna be Platform Perils, though. But we'll see when we get there. Let's keep going now. Man, imagine losing my run to that. But nah, we're good. It might actually be 2 bounces, guys. That was funny. All right. Did he spike his hat and then he jumped after it into the pit? That was funny. That was actually pretty funny. Like, I stood on the ledge. He throws his hat down into the pit. He jumps after it. That's funny. I don't blame him, man. Like, all right, hang on. Yeah, so again, that's probably, wait, huh? Wait, what, Jake, did you miss it? Yeah, Jake, I'll show you in a sec. So what happened is, I think this is basically 2 tire bounces we gotta mark, because I don't think this is possible right here. So we activate this platform, but we're expected to bounce off this tire to get that fuel box, that fuel can. But we can't go back for it either, and the vulture doesn't fly forward, so I think this could be another bounce. So, like, I tried to leave it here, and then maybe... Unless I can... I'd say maybe I can... Unless I can get it fast, but... But yeah, Jig, I'll show you in just a second here. Watch. So yeah, it counts you as dead because you're... whatever. It basically counts you as dead when the fuel tank goes on. It's like, alright, well, there's no point in continuing to level, so... It does it like a freaking bonus fail. So Diddy, on the trap with, like, no edge, he throws his hat down into the pit, and then he jumps after it because he's going for his stopping animation. But because there's no floor, he just falls to his death. My god. But I do believe that means, guys, I think that is two tire bounces we're forced to take. Unless there's a bonus I'm missing here. Maybe there's a bonus that can bypass this, but I don't know. We're expected to ride a tank the whole... We're expected to ride this thing the whole time, so I really don't think there's a bonus. I'll double check. It does look like we're expected to jump after that, so I don't think there's a bonus that'll respawn us or something, so... So I think we are expected to take that hit then. I think we are expected to bounce off that tire 2 times. Clip, thank you, Cammy. Appreciate you. So I think we are expected to bounce off this then, so... Because we can't go back for it, and I don't think we can... Trying to roll. Yeah, I gotta bounce on it. Alright, so 2 big tire bounces. Alright, can't get around that, sadly. Alright, so this is 2 tire bounces. We don't need to take that because we can get it that way. Seriously? Alright, that might be 3 unless we can get around it somehow. Still kind of alive. Alright. Still alive. Alright, still alive. We didn't need a tire bounce. We didn't need to get every can there, so we're good. We're still on pace. Alright, so that's 2 tire bounces. We had to take 1 in that level, but that's okay because we were able to finagle our way around another way, so that's good to know. Alright, Manic Mincers. I don't think there are tires in this one. Not a lot anyway. Hopefully nothing that'll be too detrimental, but I think we're good. Sorry, Ramby. Nice. Checkpoint. DK barrel. That's fine. It's all simple enough. No tires, that's great. And then we're just about home free here. No way to jump over that without bouncing on a tire, but we got 2 Kongs, so we'll damage boost. Misty Mine. Yo, what's up, Crimson? Thanks for redeeming Oya Num. Sayo! What's up, Sayo? How's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are loving the new redeems. Like, honestly, the only thing I'm mad at is that rigged is, like, just not working. I'm so mad that's not working. Like, yeah, Cammy, I gotta redeem your points later, unless you can do it yourself, but I'll try to redeem your 250 points later. Like, I feel bad you got nothing out of that. Because honestly, I don't know why it's not working. How's it going, Sayo? So good to see you. But yeah, I'm not seeing any tires in this. Oh, there's a tire. That's fine. We can ignore that one. Take that one. I'm not seeing it in mod view. Let's see what I can do. Alright, so that's easy enough. Hope everyone's well. Happy Friday. Yeah, we're doing alright, man. Just another day. Where is it? Like, you click on the gear, Cammy. I don't know if you're on mobile or desktop, but if you click on desktop, you can review requests, and then you should be able to... Well, can I... Alright, I don't have any... Wow, I don't see any requests. Like, I can't redeem... I can't, Oh, yeah, so... Okay, so the channel point... channel point redemptions don't seem to stick around, actually. I think you, I think once you spend on that, you're just done. So, wow, sorry about that, Cammy. Alright. I wish I could redeem you those points, but I don't think I can. Whatever. Alright, guys, so just avoid rigged from now on, I guess. 56K, you're like halfway to another picture in the castle. My god. Appreciate the shout out. Yeah, of course, Crimson, no problem. Hope you guys are loving the redeems, though. Like, hope you guys are loving the new ones. Like, I don't know. I decided to have fun with it, because, you know, I want to do more with Tangia other than just TTSs. I want to do more with Tangia other than TTSs, so... So, you know, I thought it'd be a cool little thing. Alright, we can roll jump over that. We can hit that lamp without bouncing on a tire. And even if we had to fumble our way in the dark, I don't think it would be that bad. Checkpoint, get that one. We can roll jump for that one. Get that light. Wow, really? That's why we're doing this now? Wow, alright. Wow, am I not going to be able to do this? Is it really just too far out for me to do that? Oh, no, not really, not really. Alright, I can pull it off, I can pull it off. I can kind of pull it off. Even if I can't see, I can still pull it off. Sorta. I mean, it's really just about seeing if it's possible to do it without big bounces. I don't care if I'm, like, rewinding or whatever. It's just to see if it's possible. Alright, so we're still on 2 bounces, guys. We didn't have to high bounce on any of those. We did not have to high bounce on any of those. We're still good. I'm on the road to affiliate. If I get 325 more followers, I can have channel point redeems. Plus 12-hour stream if possible. Lastly, I'm gonna speak for the first time. Nice. Really? 325 followers though? Like, I mean, I've been able to add channel points since like 50 followers. I didn't think you needed that many followers for that. Damn it, guy. Alright, let's see what this is all about then. We're still at 2 big bounces, guys. We're still at 2 big bounces. We didn't need to bounce high on any of that, on any of the tires in that level. It's close. I gotta stream a bit more. There you go. Yeah, affiliate's easy to get. I think now they made it easier, too. Like, you don't even need 50 followers. I think you need, like, 25. Affiliate's easy to get, especially if you're in a good community. Alright, so I'm not seeing any tires yet. That's a good sign. Honestly, my first week of streaming, I just streamed every day of the week just so I can get it out of the way. Alright, let's see what we have here. I know there are gonna be a few tires in this part. Hopefully not mandatory. I feel like some might be, though. I think at least one might be. Alright, so he just walks off to his doom. Alright, I can still pull this off. Yep, see? Like, look at that. Yeah, we still got it. 2 bounces still. Alright, well, I know this next part's not gonna be as tricky, because I know we have to... I think we're gonna have to bounce off a tire to actually get higher up. Yep, see? Like so. Usually I take breaks, gotta take care of mental health first, if anything. Yeah, I hear ya. Like, I don't know, streaming was just a fun thing for me, like, when I started, so I was glad I did it. Alright, guys, we found our 3rd mandatory bounce. Found our 3rd mandatory bounce, unless I can finagle it. But I don't think I can. I don't think I can, guys. I think this is going to be a mandatory bounce, because I don't think there's a way to, Yeah, alright, 3 bounces, I guess. I'm trying to see if I can... I'm really trying to see if I can get around it. Especially if there may be even like, bonus barrels I can use to get around. And for those that don't know what I'm doing, I'm playing the original DKC to see how many bounces, what the minimum amount of bounces we can do with this game is. So far, there have been only 3. Like, this is the... Unless I can find a bonus barrel that takes me past this part, I think this is gonna be the 3rd big bounce we have to take. Like, I was trying here. I was really trying to see if I could do it without, but then we ran out of luck in a blackout basement, and then we had another one in tanked up trouble, and now we're here. So, like, I'm just trying to see if... Just trying to see if there's a bonus, maybe. Doesn't seem like it, sadly. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, sadly. So yeah, that's gonna be our 3rd big bounce. It's gonna be our 3rd tire bounce. It's actually kind of cool if I was able to make it, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I just had a reach. That might be a 4th mandatory bounce. Yeah, too far indeed. I'm trying now. I'm really trying. Yeah, too far. Like, even if... Yeah, still too far even if I did that, but that's still, like, 4 bounces, though. So, yeah, that's 4 bounces, unfortunately. Best viewers, how can I lose? Extended warranty? How can I lose? I like that. Alright, so yeah, that's 4 big bounces, sadly. Alright, so that's 4 big bounces. Alright, so that is 4 big tire bounces. I think 4 is the limit, though. King K. Rool doesn't have any, and now we gotta face Master Neki Sr. without bouncing on tires. This should still be possible, though, because it's the same thing with the first Neki. We just gotta wait till he's low enough. It's just patience. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2. Honestly, once I learned the strat for this guy, he is not hard at all. Once you learn the strat for this guy, it's really not that hard. Yep, GG. Alright, so provided the areas I couldn't get past are legit. So provided the RNG, or not the RNG, provided the areas I couldn't get past are legit, the minimum amount of big tire bounces needed to beat this game is 4. So there was that one part in Blackout Basement. There was the tire you needed to reach a gas can in Tanked Up Trouble. And then there are 2 mandatory tire bounces in Platform Perils.